Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Allie or Wavy Curly Allie. I'm a healthy hair enthusiast just here sharing my tips and tricks on how to help you love your hair as it is naturally. Today we are covering one of the most asked about topics. I know I say that so much, but really you guys, a lot of you follow my routine, my wavy routine. I have several on my channel, but with the way that I style upside down, many of you seem to have this issue with getting like a messy section in the back, and that seems pretty common throughout the curly community, no matter what you do in terms of upside down styling. But it isn't just that, it's trying to maintain nice clumps while styling upside down. And there are several techniques of styling upside down and kind of raking your hair certain directions, brushing it certain directions. And today I'm going to show you several ways to watch that spot on the back of your head to make sure that it doesn't get messy by the time that it dries, and that it does fall where you want it to fall and it doesn't look like a total rat's nest. And I know that's such a big issue for so many. I'm not only going to cover a few options while your hair is still wet on how to move it. I do brush it in this video, but you can certainly rake your hair as well. Brushing is just the technique that I choose to use when distributing product into my hair or creating curl clumps. But I'm also going to show you how I go through diffusing to help keep it from sticking to my scalp, and how to make sure that once I've scrunched out the crunch that I make sure all of my hair has released from my scalp. So I'm going to cover those three areas to make sure that this spot in the back doesn't look like a total disaster when you're done, because it looks all nice in the front, right? But to prove to you, I filmed this entire thing today, so you saw the many ways of brushing out my hair. I will tell you which one is my go-to, but I'm gonna spin around so that you can see the back of my hair. I always forget to show the back of my hair, but many of you ask about it, and this is it. So that's it. Now, when it comes to my hair, I am certainly due for a trim. I am getting it cut in just a couple of days. I'm just gonna take some of the, maybe an inch or two off of the bottom and kind of reshape up here. I have some mega volume today. This is not actually a common trend lately, but I was trying something new today. I'm not sure how I feel about it, so I'm gonna keep experimenting with it, and I'll keep you all posted on what that is. Without further ado, let's jump right into today's video. To start, I begin with brushing my hair forward. What I'm doing here, and I'll demonstrate a little bit more clearly in a moment, is lifting my hair up and off of my scalp. So really smoothing it down, making sure there's no tangles, and there you go. Up and off of the scalp. I'm being a little bit dramatic in this video here, but just so you get the point. Now, if that doesn't work, one thing you can do is roll your hair from side to side to really ensure that your hair is not sticking to the back. So here I demonstrate that I'm doing this on both sides. This might be sufficient enough for you, but if it's not, the last option here is to roll your hair all the way back and give it a shake. Now this is probably the most dramatic step to take, and this works very well for some and not for others. As you can see, I'm really lifting it off the back of my scalp by shaking it out. But here's the problem. Your hair is going to get stringy, and those big clumps that you're going for are gone. So what I like to do is the bowl method. Essentially, when I've been squishing my hair, I've been squishing that product and water out of my hair over the bowl, and now I'm dunking it back into that water and product mixture, getting that product back into my hair and maximizing the use of the product without needing to reach for more. And then give it a good squish. Now, if you went to the bathroom and you didn't have a bowl with you, you forgot it, you can just use a spray bottle. You can use a little bit more water from the sink, whatever suits you. And then I like to go through and brush from the mid-lengths down, not the back. I've already released that from my scalp. I'm not brushing that down. I'm just going to brush through the mid-lengths, give it a good shake, and help those clumps reform, squish that product back in, and there you have it. All right, on to the next step, which is drying. So if you are diffusing your hair like I do, I like to get the diffuser bowl up against my scalp, and I like to slightly lift, which I'll demonstrate here a little bit better in a moment. But I'm lifting my roots as I get that diffuser bowl into my scalp. This is helping release any hair that might have begun to stick after being upside down with the product, but it's also going to assist me with root volume. So if you're trying to achieve a little bit more volume and maybe you don't want to hang completely upside down the entire time that you're diffusing, this is a really nice option to help with root volume. The second option here is to simply just shake your roots. Make sure that your hair is moving, it's not stuck to your scalp. I don't like to touch my hair. I try to avoid it as much as possible while I'm drying so as not to create any unnecessary frizz, but this is a really nice option to truly ensure that your hair has lifted from the scalp. Now here I'm sticking my fingers in and lifting my hair with my hands. This is another option. Instead of using the diffuser bowl, this gives you more assurance that it has lifted as you can feel it with your hands. Now let's go into fluffing. So I like to kind of do this claw on my hair and I lift it everywhere. I make sure that nothing is stuck. None of these clumps are clumping odd in the back, and I'm making them all release. Now I go through with my fingers and I simply just give it a quick shake and a fluff all over. Again, maximum volume, maximum lift, and making sure nothing is sticking or sitting where it's not supposed to. All right, you guys, so that's it. Those are the techniques that I use. Now, my favorite one to do is to have my head upside down. I brush my hair kind of where it wants to fall, and while lifting it up away from my scalp. And then I like to dunk it into the bowl. What's nice about doing this bowl method, is that that water is typically after I've squished my hair with my product in it and it's dripped into that bowl. So when I'm dipping my hair back into it, I'm really just replacing some of that product that had dripped off. So I'm not just dipping it into regular water, I'm usually dipping it back into this water product mixture. And this is just called the bowl method. Some people use this to deep condition, so squishing over the bowl while deep conditioning and then continually dunking your hair back in, so you maximize the product that you're using as well as using it for your styler. So I like to squish a lot when I'm doing this. That water will help bring those clumps back together. So dampening your hair with either the bowl method or with just a spray bottle, either works well. I also tried to show with my Denman brush that I'm kind of using it on an angle and using kind of the back part of the brush to flatten my hair. It kind of helps the hair reclump back together, again, when your hair is really wet. So that's what I do. And then in terms of drying and scrunching out the crunch or kind of breaking up any bits, moving the diffuser, lifting the roots, continually just kind of touching back there, making sure nothing is sticking. I try not to touch my hair as much as possible while drying because it can create unnecessary frizz, but if this is a big problem that you have with this section in the back of your head, certainly try it. Everything is worth the experiment, and try it a few times before you decide something doesn't work for you. All right. That's it for me today, guys. I hope that this has been helpful. If you can, please like and subscribe. And of course, drop any questions or comments below. And let me know what you'd like to see next. I'd love to continue bringing you the videos that you'll love the most. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.